Beneath their flag, the stars burned, humanity's last stand. HFY Sci-Fi story. Before we dive in, drop a quick "Humanity endures" in the comments. It may seem small, but it really helps share this story with more sci-fi fans like us. Let's get started. This one feels like a movie. Chapter 1. Fire at Proxima. The first shot came from nowhere. A blinding lance of plasma ripped through the human colony station orbiting Proxima Centauri. One moment, families were sleeping under synthetic skies. The next, their world was fire. Thousands died before alarms even triggered. Multiple signatures. Closing fast! Lieutenant Arya Chen barked, sweat dripping into her eyes as red glyphs swarmed her tactical screen aboard the carrier Indomitable. On the command deck, Admiral Marcus Hale gripped the rail, his knuckles white. His fleet was small, 6 carriers, a handful of escorts, barely enough to protect the scattered colonies. Against pirates, maybe. Against this, the enemy fleet emerged from the dark, the Vayari Dominion, tall, insectile warships with ribbed chitin, hulls and burning plasma nodes. A swarm civilization, every vessel alive, every drone expendable. They outnumbered the human fleet 5-1. "Transmit to all ships," Hale ordered, voice low. "This is humanity's first true test. We stand or we burn. Weapons free." The void exploded. Railguns spat molten slugs at near-light velocity. Nuclear torpedoes streaked across the black. Vayari ships answered with lances of plasma and clouds of razor drones. Within minutes, 3 human escorts were gone. Screams filled comm channels, cut short in static. Arya Chen turned, pale. "Admiral, we can't hold them. We'll be slaughtered." Hale's jaw clenched. "Then we buy Earth time." Every second counts, the Indomitable shook as impacts hammered its shields. Arya whispered what the crew already knew. If Proxima falls, Earth is next, and the Dominion never left survivors. Could humanity's scattered colonies survive the swarm's wrath? Chapter 2. Shadows of Earth back on Earth. Luna Command was chaos. Hollow feeds of Proxima's destruction crackled through every screen. "Entire defense grid lost in 23 minutes, General Rourke muttered, his voice grim. "The swarm adapts faster than we can calculate." A civilian senator slammed his fist. "Then sue for peace. Open talks." Rourke laughed bitterly. "You don't negotiate with the Dominion. You feed them, or you fight them." At the back of the chamber, a woman spoke quietly. "Commander Juno Vera, decorated war hero, scarred veteran of 20 border wars." "There's something you don't understand," she said. "They're not here for territory. They're here because of us." The chamber fell silent. Juno's gaze was steel. "The Vayari annihilated hundreds of civilizations, but their scouts learned something that frightens them. Humans don't fight like others. We improvise. We endure. We're unpredictable. They don't want us as enemies. They want us gone." Her words lingered like smoke. Far away, the swarm fleet was already burning through the colonies. And Earth had one choice left: hide behind its shields or strike back. Would humanity cower or gamble everything on offense? Chapter 3. Wolfpack in the debris field of Proxima. Hale's fleet regrouped. Outnumbered, battered, but alive. Casualty. "Reports coming in," Arya whispered. 60% of civilians lost, half the fleet crippled." Hale closed his eyes. "And the Vayari?" "Advancing. Straight for Sul." A hush fell across the bridge. Home, Earth, billions of lives. Hale turned to his officers. "If we retreat, Earth burns. If we fight them head-on, we die. So we don't fight like them." He drew up a hollow of the Vayari Armada, a massive, orderly, swarm formation, predictable, perfect efficiency. They think like machines. "So we'll be wolves." He split his fleet into wolf packs, small strike groups hidden in asteroid belts, moons, and gravity wells. Hit and run. Bleed them. Confuse them. Force them to guess. The crews obeyed without hesitation. Humanity didn't kneel. The first ambush came near Barnard's Star. Human frigates decloaked, unleashing nuclear warheads at point-blank range before vanishing back into the rocks. Ve'ari losses mounted. For every human ship destroyed, 2 of theirs fell, and whispers spread across human comms. Maybe we can win. But in the swarm's hive minds, something darker stirred. What happens when the Dominion adapts to chaos itself? Chapter 4. The enemy learns it didn't take long. In the ruins of Barnard's Star, Hale's wolf pack sprang another ambush. But this time, the Ve'ari ships split apart, scattering unpredictably, drones weaving in patterns eerily human. The trap collapsed. Human. Frigates were ripped open, crews screaming in vacuum. Hale's second-in-command was gone in a flash of plasma. On the Indomitable, Arya stared in horror. "Admiral, they're copying us." Hale's fists tightened. The swarm had learned humanity's unpredictability and turned it back against them. They're not just machines, Hale realized. They're evolution itself. Every loss, every battle, they grew stronger, and soon Earth would be within reach. If the enemy could adapt to chaos, what weapon did humanity have left? Chapter 5. Project Thanatos. In the deep vaults of Lunar Command, Commander Vera opened a file long buried, Project Thanatos. Experimental, illegal, humanity's doomsday card, dozens of prototype warships, AI-driven, each carrying a singularity warhead, miniature black holes, designed to consume entire fleets, unstable, uncontrollable. A last resort. General Rourke's face hardened. If we unleash these, there may be nothing left of our system, or us. Vera met his gaze. Then we use them outside our system, where it matters most. Transmission from Hale's fleet crackled through. We can't hold them. They'll reach Earth in 3 weeks. Send everything you have. Vera's decision was made. Humanity would gamble its future on Thanatos. Could humanity control the very weapons that could destroy them? Chapter 6. The Inferno at Neptune. The final stand came at Neptune. The swarm poured into Sol system, blotting out the stars. Thousands of living warships, drones dark as night. Hale's battered fleet formed up one last time. Carriers, frigates, even civilian haulers welded with railguns. Every soul ready to die. Then the void rippled. Thanatos ships arrived. Black. Jagged, their cores glowing with unstable gravity wells. The Ve'ari paused. For the first time, the swarm hesitated. "Fire," Vera commanded. Singularity warheads tore reality open. Stars twisted. Ve'ari warships were dragged screaming into newborn black holes. Entire wings vanished in silence. The swarm howled, but pressed forward. Human ships rammed, detonated, sacrificed themselves to hold the line. Soldiers broadcast last messages home. For Earth, for my family, for humanity. The swarm flagship advanced, towering over Neptune's orbit. Its voice bled into every channel. "Humans, you adapt, you endure, but so do we." Hale gritted his teeth. "Then let's end it here." He led the Indomitable in a suicide charge, straight into the flagship's heart. Light them up. The final warhead detonated. Neptune's orbit became a graveyard of stars. Did anyone survive the inferno? The flag still stands. Silence. Weeks. Later, Earth received a single transmission, faint, broken, but unmistakable. It was Arya Chen, scarred, bloodied, aboard a crippled shuttle. The Admiral's gone. Half the fleet's gone. But the swarm is broken. They won't return soon. We held the line. She lifted a torn human flag. Burned, ragged, but whole. Humanity stands, and across the galaxy whispers spread. Civilizations that once mocked Earth began to fear. Because the impossible had happened, humanity faced extinction and did not fall. The galaxy would never forget Neptune, the day the stars burned beneath humanity's flag. Humanity's strength has been tested, but the war is far from over. If you want to see where this fight goes next, hit like, comment. Humanity endures, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss the next saga. Until next time, remember, the galaxy may burn, but humanity never breaks.